Welcome to How Do Data Standards Work? A data standard establishes a consistent method to define data. This is the assets section of the City of New York's Statement of Net Position. Although New York City will report very different information from, for example, the City of Los Angeles, it will still use the same general presentation for its balance sheet information, although the line items may differ, and of course, the facts will be different. Although the data on government statements differs from government to government, when the data is in standardized format, it is defined and structured exactly the same way. For this fact of 5,452,360 to be rendered fully machine readable, certain information must be digitally embedded in it. When the fact is extracted by a computer, this data about the data, or metadata, can be automatically and unambiguously read by a computer. The metadata includes a standard label, a data type, the type of government, period type, and balance type. This information shown here in green is represented in a digital dictionary of terms called a taxonomy. Additional information shown here in blue is included in the digitized report the City of New York prepares. This information explains that the fact is reported by New York City for June 30th, 2022, and is in thousands of US dollars. Every fact on this table has embedded metadata, just like the cash and cash equivalents, that defines it unmistakably. Let's consider a very different financial statement, this one from the College of DuPage, a community college in Illinois. This is the operating revenue portion of the college's statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position. The college needs to report a value for student tuitions and fees. While the data reported is vastly different from what the City of New York needs to report, information defining the tuition and fees revenues for the college is structured the same way as any fact reported for the City of New York. The fact has a standard label, a data type, type of government, period type, and balance type. This information in green is represented in the taxonomy. Additional information shown here in blue is included in the digitized report that the College of DuPage submits. It explains the fact is reported by the College of DuPage for June 30th, 2022, and that it is in actual US dollars. The data is different, but it's defined or structured the same way. When appropriate data standards are used, every fact is unique and every financial statement is unique, but reported facts are represented in a uniform manner. The representation of the financial statement is contained in a taxonomy, which is a digital dictionary of all the terms that could be reported on a financial statement. Remember, we know that New York City will never need to report revenues from tuition, but it doesn't need to. New York City reports what it already has on its financial statement, and the College of DuPage reports what it has on its financial statement. A taxonomy also contains information about the relationships between concepts, like the fact that revenues can appear on an income statement, but never on a balance sheet, or the fact that assets has a parent relationship to current assets. The taxonomy supports existing accounting standards, standards that are developed and maintained by the Governmental Accounting Standards Board, or state-specific reporting, like the Chart of Accounts. The taxonomy is supported by thousands of reporting applications. That's because it's open source, non-proprietary. Existing ERP systems and reporting tools can be adapted to freely use the existing standard. A digital dictionary of terms, or taxonomy, has been developed to represent governmental reporting of the annual comprehensive financial report. It includes government-wide, governmental funds, proprietary funds, as well as notes for pension, OPEB, capital assets, and long-term debt. This figure shows how the ACFR taxonomy appears in a taxonomy viewing application. On the left is how the data would typically appear in a presentation, just like a balance sheet, with assets followed by deferred outflows, then liabilities, then deferred inflows. On the right side, this viewer shows the characteristics of the concept net investment in capital assets. This captures the same data about the data, or metadata, that we discussed earlier when looking at financials for the City of New York and the College of DuPage.